We're back on the desert, and we're going to be watching the Tyranids of Tex, also known as Man of Fear, playing as the Hive Tyrant, probably secondary main after the War Boss. Going to be facing off against Pax's Chaos Sorcerer, a pretty tough one for Chaos Sorcerer to be fair. So there's a bit of known knowledge that the Chaos Sorcerer kind of struggles when he's facing tanky melee heroes, and the reason for that is the Chaos Sorcerer himself doesn't have a ranged weapon and is quite squishy. Actually does similar DPS in melee to the Chaos Lord. In fact, I think he does more. And he has a stronger special, but it's still not a lot. The Chaos Lord can get the Combi Bolter and then use that to shoot this big fucker at ranged, because Chaos Lord or Chaos Sorcerer going into melee with Sky, it's going to be a problem. Both of them do very bad damage when they're trying to chase a moving Hive Tyrant. Now you're playing Chaos as well, so you've got two squads of Heretics who have no business getting anywhere near the Hive Tyrant, and then your CSM squad, they're your ranged squad, but they do less range damage than Tactical Marines. Yet they cost nearly as much. So you see the problem here. You've got a lack of range damage, and this is exactly the problem. The Hive Tyrant just chases you into the base. And then if the Heretics are trying to melee him down, they're going to get gobbled up quite quickly. Should claim another... Oh, he could have claimed that model and then retreated. Honestly, he could have claimed even another model in addition to that. Probably would have been worth it. When you're killing models early on and nothing else has hit that squad whose model was killed, you can see the chunk of XP you get. Heretics have a very low XP yield, yet nonetheless you got that big chunk just from killing one Heretic. Imagine if you killed 3. My god. You'd be like, here, nearly halfway leveled up. It'd be amazing. And that's what you want to do. You want to fish for that XP early on while it's very free. Now, this is not a good engagement here with the Heretics loitering. I don't think the Hormagaunts want to go into melee. I'm not sure why the CSM and Heretics are so fearful. Oh, they're waiting for the aspiring champion. They could have committed. They could have committed very easily. Pax always does this. He loves to go for a light tier 1 with 2 AC Heretics and a CSM and not really get any tier 1.5, which is a bit of a crazy move against Tyranids due to the early game pressure that the Tyranids can exert. And especially if you're facing a Hive Tyrant, you would generally want a Havoc to try and zone it. Similar deal with melee-based warriors with that leap into combat and that durability. You would like to have a Havoc. They can't counter a Havoc directly, they'd have to flank it. Yeah, but Pax doesn't do that, so we'll see how we can manage the map control. It's going to be tricky. This is not really the best use of the Hive Tyrant. Having the AC on the ticks makes them a lot more robust. Okay, but the Hormagaunts are coming, so that's alright. Still, double aspiring champion Heretics, yeah, that's going to be a bad day. Now, whilst, I was just going to say, there you go, beautiful. Whilst the Hive Tyrant is meleeing the CSM, there is a chance that he will proc that 360 degree special, which could be very painful to any Heretics that are trying to melee him down. So that's something to be aware of as the Chaos player here. There you go, another one, bang. He will proc those specials at a very high rate. Not because the percentage chance to proc those specials is higher than anyone else, it isn't, but because he attacks very quick. So that percentage chance, in a minute, applies a lot more often than another hero would that attacks slower. So the actual rate of special attacks per minute is a lot higher on the Hive Tyrant. It's something to bear in mind. Really, if you're going to be using your Heretics to try and chop him down, you want to make sure he doesn't proc the melee charge against the CSM. Because as soon as he gets the melee charge, he'll be proccing those specials and it'll hurt your Heretics quite a bit. Lucky special attack there from the aspiring champion on the Hormagaunt, but ultimately Hormagaunt's more of a range counter than a melee counter. They deal with melee only when they're in Synapse and they've got support of knockback. So speaking of knockback, we might see some of those war gears coming out for the Hive Tyrant. You've got the Rending Talons in tier 1. Gives you that seismic roar. Big AoE knockback and a damage over time. Could be pretty good against these Heretics. You've also got the extended Carapace, which will give you that charge, which does damage and knockback and mobility. Probably less needed than the Rending Talons. That said, Tex is going to know how Pax plays. Pax always plays like this. You've got to be careful about the tier 2 Bloodletters coming out quite fast. So you don't want to overinvest in tier 1 too much. I'm going to go for the Bioplasma apparently. That is not one of the things I was expecting. Honestly, not sure how it does against Garrison, so I'm kind of curious to see this. He's obviously waiting right now. Got the Hormagaunts on the Garrison, keeping the CSM inside. He's going to go for that Bioplasma. Let's see what it does, eh? Hormagaunts move out of the way. Bang. Not a lot. Hey, it killed the CSM, though. The damage over time from it apparently is alright. Yeah. Yeah, not the best. To spend 100 requisition and 20 power against that, yeah, not great. Seems the modifier against garrisons is not very good. Hey, at least they killed a CSM. I don't know how they killed a CSM, to be quite honest. Like, the thing, it's meant to be AoE damage, so how did all the damage go into one model? I don't get it. Very weird. Coruscating Flame, yeah, that will scare off any Hormagaunts. AoE fire damage to anyone nearby those heretics whilst it's active. Oh my god, look at that special that the sorcerer just procced. Special does get buffed quite a lot when he's got the flame sword, but yeah, this is a 2v1. If they don't get the backlash, the heretics are going to be in a bad way. Sorcerer's going to go for that backlash now. The warriors don't want that heat. Just knock him over and then disengage, which is a good play. Let the Termers DPS him down. Alright. Hive Tyrant pretty much uncontended. Only the CSM can really deal with it, but the good thing is the Hive Tyrant's slow, so you can kind of just evade him. No upgrades on the Hive Tyrant. I guess he'll go for his Crushing Claws in tier 2 and just be a melee menace. Again, controlling the CS with the warrior knockback. Very nice. Letting the Hormers and the Termers double tag team the heretics here, which is good. Nice little crippling poison. Chaos Sorcerer wants to get out of there. So not bad play there. CSM are going to rout the Hormers, but at least they got the decap. Vortex, remember. Yep. Loses a few Gaunts, but what can you do? You're playing Tyrannid, you're going to lose Gaunts. It's like losing Heretics on Chaos. It's going to happen. It's an inevitability. Could have maybe saved a model or two if we reacted a little faster, but it's not a big deal. So both players going to tier 2 at a similar time. Packs with a lighter build in terms of requisition, but to be fair, quite expensive in terms of power. You know, 2 hero upgrades here, and both these upgrades more expensive than the Bioplasma as well. AC, and Eternal War as well. Plus icon indicates that. They do have a different visual effect as well. So yeah, packs, even though it went 3 units, probably spending similar to Tex in tier 1, to be honest, in the end. Here comes the Bioplasma. Oh, miss. Good dodge by Pax, seen it winding up. Pulled his heretics off that point, now he can get back onto it. That thing will hurt heretics quite a bit. It is big splash damage, and heretics obviously a lot of models, so they will suffer from a Bioplasma. I imagine 2 Bioplasmas will kill literally every heretic. Won't kill the Aspirant Champion though, so the squad wouldn't wipe. Heretics trying to stall here. We've got melee synapse now, so these Hormers will get more melee skill, more damage, more health, and of course these warriors have got way more HP, but here come the Bloodletters. Coruscating Flame down on the ticks as well. Pretty spooky, they don't want this fight. Nope. No thanks. Heretics are committing a bit deep though. I was going to say, yeah, the Nids should be able to turn around and just kill these heretics and then get the warriors out of there before the Bloodletters pop them. Oh, using a demonic summoning. Wow, that's a big commitment. I'm surprised. So obviously, heretics reinforcing here, as you can see, off of the portal. But is it worth it? I'm not sure. Like, it's a lot of requisition here that's been spent. Reinforcing these heretics constantly. You're feeding a lot of XP to the Nids. If the warriors level up, it does improve the synapse as well, not just the durability of the warriors themselves. Tyrant got to be careful, probably needs to get out of there, he does. And then we've got a Tyrant Guard to deal with, but now you've got the problem in this patch where the Tyrant Guard doesn't have doesn't have ranged resist when in melee, so if you go Mark of Tzeentch, you will absolutely melt this thing. But you know, there's plenty of melee units to tie up the Tzeentch Marines here, and that's what he's going to have to do. These heretics are probably dead. Yeah, way too slow retreating there. Oh, these guys might get out. Die last model is a bit of a bitch. Wow, the backlash saved them. Oh my god. Very fortunate backlash there. onto the warriors. Don't think the Bloodletters want this fight now. They need to just get out of there. They're not going to be able to catch these warriors, and they're getting nommed on by the bugs. Yeah, I mean, in spite of all that reinforcement of the heretics, I guess it was worth it because still got enough requisition for a Chaos Dreadnought. Now we're going to need to see a Venom Brood from Man of Faith as well. Though Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant could definitely take it on in melee. With a bonded exoskeleton. The Psychic Scream would be amazing in big army versus army fights, but to be honest, I've seen the Hive Tyrant sort of side capping mostly. Yeah, I did see that as well. Tyrant Guard going to force off the CS there, but what's the answer to this Chaos Dreadnought? I'm curious. Are you going to go for the Venom Brood? Obviously, it could be tied up with Bloodletters, vulnerable to Mark of Tzeentch as well. Mark of Tzeentch would be obvious. No, Gene Stealers. What? Interesting. Oh, they managed to pick up one of the heretics. I guess they were too deep trying to cap. They did cap the natural there of Tex. So putting the VP pressure on, you can see that Tex is way behind on VPs here. Okay, I don't like this engagement. Remember, the big weakness of the Tyrant Guard is his lack of speed, certainly when out of Synapse. He's still in Synapse now thanks to the HT, but you've got to be careful. If this guy retreats, then this guy's moving very slow. So I'm guessing he has to try and kill this in melee now, so he needs to go Bonded Exoskeleton, Crushing Claw on the Hive Tyrant. I mean, I suppose he could go Venom Cannon, but I really don't think that would be a good idea. Because he's just going to get tied up. I don't know why Pax is not getting Mark of Tzeentch. It's quite bloody obvious right now. You're fighting Warriors, Tyrant Guard and the Hive Tyrant. Mark of Tzeentch will be huge. So here are the Gene Stealers. They are essentially Hormagaunts on steroids. They do heal themselves when they're in melee chopping. They've got power melee by default, so they'll do even more damage than Hormagaunts to CSM. And the most notable thing about Gene Stealers is they have 70 melee skill by default, so you give them melee synapse and they go to 80, and that means they will flip. Basically anything that can be knocked over is going to get flung around by Gene Stealers in melee. Because they out melee skill everything. Still quite vulnerable to AoE though, as well as just being shot on approach, because they are only light infantry and they're not super durable, but they're relatively cheap. So they got the job done there, along with the Warriors and the Tyrant Guard. Oh wow, double Dreadnought, what the heck? Pax really is not bleeding at all, is he? I mean, to be fair, I don't even know if he's lost a CSM model all game, so I don't think he's lost a Bloodletter yet either. Oh my god, we're seeing double Khorne Dreadnought? Double? No. Yeah! What the fuck? Why would you go double? That is a heavy commitment. I'd have just gone one and kept the autocannon for a bit of range DPS. We're going to see the Hive Tyrant going for Crushing Claws and Bonded Exoskeleton like I wanted to see. Yeah, damn. This guy's going to brawl with the Khorne Dreadnoughts. Let's see how that goes, shall we? Certainly the Khorne Dreadnoughts are going to absolutely rip a Tyrant Guard and Warriors to pieces. Tex is going to have to get a Venom Brood now. There's no way. Nothing about it. It's only the underslung bolter there on them for range damage, and you can see that's not so fearsome. Nothing like the autocannon on the default Dreadnought, so you're not too worried about sort of kiting around the map. Ripper's in play, cool. Fortunately, CSM pretty decent in melee, so they can melee them down quite easily. Termagant's not so good. Oh my god, that special attack's so deadly. Jeez, man. Yeah, double Dreadnoughts is so strong at the moment with Chaos. That default Dreadnought's just a beast. I suppose the good thing with Chaos Sorcerer is you can always warp these guys out, so there's always a nice synergy, ironically, by playing as the Chaos Sorcerer going the Khorne Dreadnoughts. Wow, Tex is going tier 3? Oh my god, that is bold. He's behind on VPs as well. He's mad. Why would you do that? I also don't know what the Hive Tyrant's doing. The Hive Tyrant was just gen bashing there, which is quite weird. Needs to be in the main fights here, committing against the Dreadnought. Gonna claim a Bloodletter model. Goodbye. Gonna have to bonded exoskeleton. Gets another Bloodletter. Yep, there's the exoskeleton, and now walks away so the Dreadnoughts aren't in retreat path as best as he can. He's not that fast though. Yeah, it'll be alright, I think. Oh my god, he's not. Sorcerer's gonna get him. Oh, the Sorcerer didn't swing. Oh, he's gonna teleport after him. There you go. Yeah, claims the Hive Tyrant. You see, why was he so far behind? I can't believe he just skipped tier 2 to go tier 3. That is mental against these. I'd understand if the VPs were inverted here and Tex had a load of VPs and time to play with, but he's running out of VP so fast. And I really don't understand what the Hive Tyrant was doing so far forward behind the enemy lines. That was strange. These garrisons over here proving a bit problematic. Wow, look at the speed of Gene Stealers, man. They are fast. Obviously calling in some spawn mines here out of the tower. They can clear out the bunker, but the Gene Stealer's disengaged, so it's kind of pointless. Might not even be calling them in. Taking forever. I think he gave up on it. I'm also stunned that the CSM have not gone for Mark of Tzeentch. That is absolutely bizarre. Demonic summoning once again, trying to reinforce. Not a lot, because there's nothing to reinforce. I don't know what the point of this is. I mean, you get a few extra Bloodletters, but that's a lot of red to spend for that. I mean, is that worth it? There's no real anti-vehicle. Just phase out the Bloodletters and leave. Let the Khorne Dreadnoughts handle this. Push them away, and then the Bloodletters can get on the VP. VP pressure is really on. Still draining for Tex. 90 VPs. I think the problem I've got here with these double Dreadnoughts is they're always together. And so you can just kite them. Tyranids are renowned for their speed. So you just avoid them, right? Hive Tyrants on the gens again. Interesting choice. This is a very unorthodox playstyle, to say the least. I think these heretics should just go cap. They're not going to be contributing much damage at this point to a bonded exoskeleton Hive Tyrant. They're literally just feeding him levels. And yeah, Pax is gen bashing instead of going after the VPs. What on earth is this game? Bloodletters could have had this caught. Finally goes after the VP. Never bothered getting Mark of Tzeentch, which is mental against Tyranids. Mark of Tzeentch is so good. Nice Gene Stealer ambush there, though. If they stay immobile, they infiltrate, and yeah, that's pretty scary with that power melee damage and the speed of them. They're going to get that other model. Oh my god, they've hit him so much. Jesus. Can't believe they didn't get that other model there. Bad spot for heretics. Doom Blast might save them there. Yeah, it did. If they retreated this way, they might have been goners. So yeah, Pax is currently saving up for a great and clean one. The problem is he's in tier 2. Yeah. Wrong tech for the great and clean one, mate. Obviously should have gone tier 3 a long time ago. I don't know what he's doing here. We've still got enough power in the bank from Tex to get a farm back Carnifex, so he is just... I'm not even going to say doubling down on the melee, I'm going to say he's tripling down on the melee with these 3 bad boys. Go on, take the fight. Take the fight. Chip at this. There's only one heretic there to heal. This is a pretty good state to be in. Going to shield wall. Okay, there's a heretic running down now, but these aren't demons, so Just go into shield wall. If they're going to chop you in melee while you're in shield wall, while you get free damage from the Hive Tyrant and the Carnifex, this guy's literally rocking the highest DPS weapon in the game right now on a hero, 108 heavy melee DPS. They're going to get wrecked. They're just going into shield wall. Yeah, it's going to require some Plague Marines now to snare this form back and actually do some anti-vehicle damage. You're not going to be able to use Havocs. Not with Rippers going around, and these guys, none of them can be suppressed. Yeah, Tyranids smashing the Khorne Dreadnoughts in melee. I mean, it's a bold move going into melee against Tyranids. That was nice. He walked one of the Dreadnoughts out to this side. Can handle all these Tyranids. Genesealers now have got heavy melee, reinforcing off the Brood Nest. 29 free. Wow, they are cheap, aren't they? Cheap and cheerful. If this guy's got Blood Rage, he should be alright, but I don't know that he's got Blood Rage. In fact, no, he's not going to be alright, because nothing's actually killing the Brood Nest. Genesealers aren't engaging. Hormagaunts need to go after the Sorcerer. Let the Genesealers rip this up. But there's no VPs. This is the problem right now. Tex is winning in the combat, but not the VPs. Bloodletter's going to guard this. Yeah, so he's going to kill this Dreadnought. Will it get a special? Nope. Demonic Summoning. Oh, God. They're going to get the decap. He's in the middle. Yeah, he gets that cap. Kills another Dreadnought. Who's that? Oh, that's the Tyrant Guard. Shield wall. That's annoying. Hormagaunts kill the Sorcerer. Bloodletter's rotated mid. What did they just kill? They just killed Termagants. But I don't think they'll get the cap because there's a form back there. Hormagaunts are being a pain right now, not letting the Plague Marines shoot. Plague Marines are going to have to do a lot of shooting if they want to kill this Tyrant Guard. Oh, I think I'd have gone for the cap in the mid, maybe. I'd have tried it. I suppose it doesn't matter. Tex is still in this, man. He's routed all the forces from the right-hand side, and Genesealers are now capping that natural. Oh, Tyranno formation! Ooh, shit. He just got out of the building in time there. You're talking half a second at most. Maybe less. Maybe a quarter of a second later. And that Tyranno formation would have wiped the building and just insta-killed the Plague Marines. That would have been huge. Still, triple cap in favour of Tex. He's still got the form back, but it's healing at base. Hive Tyrant's guarding the central VP. Going to be very annoying to take out. This is where Psychic Scream would be quite helpful. And both of the forces on each side quite dilapidated now at this point. Hormagaunts going to guard the natural down here. Let's see how the Genesealers fare. They're not in Synapse range yet. Now they're in Synapse. A little late, unfortunately. So they took a bit too much chip damage. And without Synapse, they won't proc specials because they're a level lower than the Bloodletters. So we need that Synapse. So a bit of mispositioning there from Tex. Another Dreadnought for Pax. Classic, eh? Hive Tyrant made a bit of a mistake there, overcommitted too much north, and now he's not actually defending the VP. You can see on the minimap, form back is en route, but I don't think he's going to make it in time. Yeah, he's charging, will he? Oh, God, very close indeed. So obviously you do a little switcheroo here, Hive Tyrant onto the VP, form back zone the enemies. Again, the form back can't proc a special on these guys because they're level 3. Level 3 putting in some worth here. Look at how little damage those missiles do on the Carnifex. Level 4 CSM. Beating up level 2 Hormagaunts quite easily there in melee. Wow. Wow. Wipe them. That's not good. Now there's nothing to protect over here. But the Rippers can go into the Plague Marines. Not sure about the CSM. Can the Sorcerer get it? Come on, Genesealers. Oh, Warrior's trying to stop it. Oh, fucking hell, he still got it. So we're still in play, and then he teleports away. We've got another Khorne Dreadnought. What? Lictor. Oh, Lictor's a great choice right now. He's got that mobility with a leap. He's got very good infiltration that doesn't cost any energy to use. It just stops him regenning. And he caps 50% faster. So great unit to run around the sidelines and constantly pressure this natural of packs. Get these final few VPs that Tex needs right now. Gene Stealers are going to take the central VP, looking good for Tex. However, the Hive Tyrant was routed from the mid. So Gene Stealers are going to have to stay in play. They're trying to cover both edges here. I think the Fawn back needs to stay over here really. Rippers onto Plague Marines, Fawn back force off the other melee units. Because yeah, now these CSM have sneaked down to the natural and there's nothing to take them out. That's the problem with him losing the Homers. They're only low HP. Would have been quite effective if he still had those Homers to get rid of them. Gene Stealers and Warriors prioritising the Heretics, but they're reinforcing off the Demonic Summoning. Pack's loving that tech and it is a good one. I think, are they going to be able to reinforce through the damage? They're going to get wiped. But at this point, Gene Stealers and Body Brood are quite badly beaten up. Carnifex is going to gobble up the Sorcerer, but Plague Marines are going to try and tank through it. Lictor comes out and deals with the CSM. Not sure, he didn't use the Flesh Up, could have killed the CSM, but there's no VPs left for Tex. Oh, no, he's got a Lictor down here, he'll cap fast enough because he caps faster. So it's going to be a 1-to-1. Warriors and Gene Stealers rotate, and I think Tex has won this. Has he? Fucking hell. Yeah, he's going to have enough time. He's going to get the decap before this caps. Obviously, remembered it's faster to decap than it is to cap. Rippers can type the Plague Marines. This is the power of the Fawnback. Fawnback can tango. The Hive Tyrant is not free to cap while there's Bloodletters around, so he has to deal with them first. Oh, Pax has lost it. God dang, what a game. Oh my god. Absolutely mental ending there. So much melee on either side. Kudos to Pax for trying to take the Tyranids on in melee. But to be honest, he kind of opened up the ability for them to go for these two very scary builds here. The Fawnback Vex and this pseudo Fawnback Carnifex Hive Tyrant variant, essentially. Yeah, super scary. Awesome to see. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. That's going to be all from me today. I am signing out.